Alright guys, so today we are working with Divatress hair, and they were kind enough to send me 3 bundles and a 4x4 closure for this video. We're going to be doing a dyeing tutorial, which is one of my favorite videos to do on my channel. As you guys know, I have tons and tons of dye videos. I have a 12-inch 4x4 closure, a 16, an 18, and a 20-inch body wave. And the reason I get them in different sizes is because I personally don't like to cut hair. I'm not perfect at cutting hair, and this just helps me out with layering. It's already pre-layered once I make my wigs. Now today we'll be doing the watercolor method, so I'm going to show you guys what materials you'll need for that as well. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is talk about the hair a little bit. I already kind of unboxed it, and it is super soft. You guys can see that body wave in there. Now all of the hair came with this little tag here, if you guys can see this. It says unprocessed 100% human hair, natural hair. Like, they're like marking it like fragile, like they really want to show you that this is unprocessed. Now I'm not sure what the 9S+ means. I think it might be either the branding or whatever, but I do want to talk about the unprocessed human hair part. No doubt that it's human hair. It's definitely not synthetic. However, it is 613 hair. Like, it's coming up a little more yellow than it is in real life. It is a nice platinum blonde. However, you guys can clearly see this hair has a body wave in it, and it is bleached. So unprocessed isn't exactly what I would say it is. It is, but I think that's important to note that some companies have different, what am I trying to say? Some companies have different standards to what unprocessed is. So if this company, if Divatress is, you know, saying that their hair is unprocessed human hair, but it is 613 and it is body waves, then that is just something that you guys should look out for. If you're looking for virgin 613 hair, you're not gonna find that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Nobody is selling virgin 613 hair. I don't care what the company is telling you. You can, there are no 613 Brazilians, there are no 613 Mongolians, there are no 613 Peruvians. I get, and if there are, the hair is so coveted in that country, they're not selling it to you. So you can nix that right now. Like, y'all can wipe that out right now. Like, blonde hair is so coveted in Asian and South American countries, there'll be no way that they'll be shaving it off to give it to you. Point blank period. Now we got that out of the way, because I know somebody in my comments might comment on it. And I want to be completely open and honest and transparent with you guys that no, I do not think this is unprocessed hair. It doesn't say virgin on the tag, so I'll give them that, but I don't think the hair is unprocessed because it's clearly processed for texture. Okay, so prepping the hair, I'm just gonna move my body weight bundles on out the way, and I want to do, I have a little piece of, oh, there's some green in there. I wonder why that is. Some fibers. Interesting. I want to do what's called a pastel patch. So I don't think I told you guys, but I know exactly what colors I want to do this hair. We're going to do a unicorn type deal. This is kind of inspired by Jazz Nicole, kind of inspired by some Twitter pictures that I'll show you guys up on the screen. And yeah, so for this I would definitely want to do a pastel patch. Now, in order to do a pastel patch, you have to keep some of your frontal and or closure in this case, keep it separated from the rest of the hair while you're dyeing it, so you can go back in and either dye it a lighter color, dye it a contrasting color, or, you know, kind of tone out the yellowness of the frontal. You guys have seen me do a pastel patch in my last tutorial, and ever since then I kind of have loved them. However, in my last tutorial I did it in like a side part method, and I also did not, I already had the hair into a, I already had the hair made into the wig. So this table is super hard to push a tack into. Alright, I'm just going to do that so that the hair doesn't move as much. Just gonna tag it down as much as I can. It's not easy. Things I do for YouTube. Should I just bang it in with it? Ignore my dimming brush. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take about I guess that's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and do my best to cornrow. Try to do my best to cornrow this piece of hair. Gotta get a new wig stand because my wig head does not like to keep still. This is just like a video of fails so far because as you can see, I can't cornrow and I can't part and I can't cut. So let's just keep a tally of all the things Bree can't do while she's making YouTube tutorials. I'm actually pretty good at cornrowing my texture of hair and thicker textures of hair, but this silky shit, it don't be popping, you feel me? It's not a bad cornrow. It's not a good one, but it ain't a bad one. You know, I feel like a white woman visiting Jamaica would be proud with this cornrow. Okay. Now, we're gonna leave this out because that part will be colored. But while we had her all set up like she is, somebody told me that my wig head stand was scary, and you know what? She's a little iffy. She's a little iffy. But that's not her fault. Now, I just want to see how far down the closure will actually reach once the wig is. So that's about right. This is 16 inches. This is 12 inches. This looks like it's about 4 inches left. All right, so basically I did that because I wanted to know if I wanted to do all 3 ombre colors on the closure or not. If it went down a little farther, I would have done a little bit of the 3rd color here on the tips, but since it doesn't go down far enough, I am just going to do 2 colors here and then put the 3rd color here. Okay, so materials. What you need is your hair. You're gonna need these little duckbill clips. You're gonna need a couple of them, maybe 5 to 6, and you'll need a container like this for every color that you're doing. So if you're only doing 1 color, whoop-de-doo for you, you only need 1 container. I got like 10 of these for $7 at Walmart. So yeah, I'm only doing 3 colors, so I only need 3, and I'm gonna fill it up. And I'm gonna fill them up with boiling water. All right, kids, so now we have the steaming hot water going on here. I think the hot water is very important due to the opening of the cuticle of the hair. So I don't know if this would work if you just used regular tap water. The colors we are using today are going to be Kiss's Pink Petal. I only got this because I've been really wanting to try Kiss, and I know that Adora's Pink Petal was it was not in stock, so a lot of people must be doing pink hair for the summer. I'm doing Periwinkle because I did not want to do a lavender. I kind of wanted to do a more blue purple. Can you focus? 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 No? Okay. No focusing today, folks. And then Adora's Baby Blue. I'm sure you all know about this. Everyone uses the baby blue whenever they want a blue color. Now, I want my hair to be a little more pastel-y, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just, not gonna pull the whole thing in just yet. Stir this up. This is like a really thick. It's really thick. Okay, so this is looking more of a hot pink. So I'm going to leave the color there. I don't want it too dark. I literally want a really bright pink color. You really want to eyeball this because they come out of the thing so freaking dark. I'm gonna put a little bit more blue in there than I did of the other 2. First thing I'm gonna do is take my bundles and put them in the blue dye. So I'm just going to completely saturate them in the blue dye. Get down there, why are you floating? That's weird. Don't float. Just gotta get them heavy enough to sit in there. Okay, so you guys see there's still some yellow inside of the box. But if I take this up, uh-oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is actually open this bundle a little bit more. Okay, so as you guys can see, I did end up opening up the hair. It made it a lot easier to saturate. Now we're gonna move the blue to the purple. So what I'm gonna do for that is basically wring out the blue hair. And then dunk it in the purple, but not let the ends fall in. And as you can see, there's like no blue dye left in the blue, which is crazy because it was like super dark when we first started. This, you guys actually see what I'm doing. So I'm clipping that half there, and I'm kind of dipping this, and then slowly letting it fall in. This part is so hard. You don't want your ends to be in here, but you also don't want the top to be in here. So I'm trying to get it as close to the hair as possible. The lace part does not matter. It's not going to stain lace. Just make sure that braid doesn't get in there. And as you can see, there's a little tiny bit of blue in that braid, but I think the pink might overtake it. Clip this to this side, and just so it's right there at the root, but it's not going in any deeper. That should keep that braid safe while also dyeing the parts we need dyed. So I put a lot of that periwinkle in here because I kind of learned my lesson with the blue that less pigment doesn't necessarily mean lighter. But see, that's a lesson we learned together. So I think if you want it to be a lighter pigment, maybe add some conditioner in, but I'm not telling you guys to do that because I haven't tried it out. So until I try that method out myself, don't do it. And don't ruin your hair. But we're gonna just keep this here, and we're gonna come back in about 5 minutes and switch everything out. We're moving everything on down. I've set the closure inside of the purple, and as you can see, I do have a little bit of blue where I don't want it, but that's fine. It's not gonna be perfect. But I'm just letting the closure sit. Be careful with that. Inside of the purple dye. I did a just a test of what the pink would come out like. So I just kind of dipped these in the pink and let them sit for a couple minutes. And I'm not mad at it. It's a lot more. This isn't the pink that I'm going for. This is like a more peachy color. So I'm going to saturate the pink a little bit more once it's time to do the pink. Also, just to let you guys know, I have, I'm not sure if it was just me and the way I did the dyeing process, but it's taken more than 5 minutes to take the color. Also, I've had to reheat the water over and over again. I noticed that when I watch some watercolor tutorials, they don't tell you about that part. So I don't know if that's just me and because I didn't put enough dye in the beginning or what. But I'm just gonna let you guys know off bat, it's not as easy as it seems on YouTube. There's a little bit of YouTube magic going into it, and it does take a while, but it frees you up. You're not here dyeing the hair, so it does free you up to do a lot more things. Okay, so for the final step, I've just dipped the front of the closure and the ends into the pink. And I also still have a little bit of it soaking in the purple, but as you see, there's like no more color left in the purple. I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm still seeing blonde portions in here, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is after I finish with the pink, do another round of the purple and then another round of the blue, and hopefully, and do that fully saturated, so hopefully that can kind of combat. Actually, what I'm gonna do is do another round of everything. However, I'm gonna do the bundles one at a time, and I think that will kind of combat them fighting for color, because I think that also is a mistake I made. I'm gonna put a list of fucking mistakes I've made in this video at the end, but I think it's really good that I did make these mistakes, because it kind of helped out with knowing what works and what doesn't work with this method, and I think it'll help you guys out a ton. But I'm seeing a lot of like missed parts. You see that? And this is on the closure, so it's not like it wasn't like bundled up or anything. I think this actually is due to like not sitting in water that is colored enough. So after the first round, this is basically what I have. The blue has taken at the roots pretty well, but didn't travel down the shaft as much as I would like it to have. The periwinkle has missed a shit ton of spots in between, so I definitely have to do that one a lot more saturated. The pink is a perfect pastel pink, but I do want it to be just a little bit more colored. So this is what this is looking like. However, for some reason the pink didn't really take on the closure. As you can see, like, this is so blonde here, and I definitely have to redo the blue on the closure as well, because it didn't take in some spots as well. That's basically how all of the bundles turned out. They are a blue into a periwinkle into the pink. So I'm gonna go and redo the entire method and try to do each bundle separately, one by one, and we'll see how that works out. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you how the closure turned out. I do have a little bit of blue here on the roots, which is fine because that'll be covered up when I'm actually like styling it. But I do think that the parting and braiding method worked pretty much for keeping the pink separated from the blue. As you can see over here, I do have the rest of the pink, the petal pink. I used 2 things of petal pink, and I did use 2 things, well, like 1.5 things of periwinkle to redo the hair, and I think everything's coming out pretty good. It is a little bit darker than I expected it to be, but it also is wet, so we're not even sure what color it's going to be until we blow dry it. But the saturation method does work best. I'm going to say that if you want to use a lighter color, if you want a lighter color than what this is, like when it was pastel at first, because that's how I originally wanted it, I would say to either buy a clear. They do sell an Adore clear. It's like a buffer that allows you to pastelize colors, and go ahead and mix that in. That way it's still dyeing the hair, but it's not dyeing it such a intense color as the pink petal. Because the blue came out so dark, I did end up liking the darker pink as a contrast. I think if I had used a lighter pink, it probably wouldn't have come out as nice. And it would have just looked like a white pink against that blue. Again, we have to blow dry it to see the true colors. So that's just about it for this. I'm gonna let this sit for another 10 minutes or so that it can get really pink on the ends. It actually is doing a pretty good job. And then I'll come back to you guys after I make the wig. Alright guys, so a few things. I just want to reiterate that this hair was given to me by Divatress. It is in a 2018, 16, and a 12-inch closure. I do wish the closure was just a little bit longer, just because tons and tons. It looks like flyaways, but it's just the difference in the hair. I did kind of try to layer it a little bit, but I can probably go in and blend the 12 with the 16 just a little bit more, with a little bit more layering at the top. The closure itself is bomb. Like, I did pluck it, but I didn't do a ton of plucking. Like, I wasn't plucking all day. It's a closure, like you don't have to pluck all day, but it was, the parting was really good on it. Like, I didn't have to work that hard. I do have to clean up a few spaces, like here and there, you guys can see, just from me like combing it and moving hairs around and things. The part isn't as clean as it could be, but that's just my inability to finesse the closure. So anyway, basically, let me talk about the hair specs for a little bit. Oh, before we get into that, what I have on my lips is the NYX Butter Gloss in BLG02 Eclair. It's one of my favorite bubblegum pinks. Makes the lips pop, you feel me? Let me wipe the corners of my mouth so I work it. A few things. The hair takes color very well. I didn't have any problems with the hair taking the color, except when I didn't saturate the color for the watercolor method immediately. When I saturated the color, the hair took to the color like it was nobody's business. Now, if you're going to just hand paint the color on, you shouldn't have any problems with this 613 hair. I'm definitely going to order some more 613 hair from them, like myself, because this is like legit. Like, this feels like hair from like a hair company. Like, Divatress is doing the damn thing. Now, the type of hair is the 9S Plus Human Hair and Body Wave. Don't worry, I'll have the link down below. And yeah, so this is just a closure. I didn't get a frontal. You guys know I prefer frontals just because my hair is blonde and I don't really want the wind to blow, and you can kind of see my little tracks, whatever, but that's fine. I'm not like too bossed about that. I have tons of wigs with closures, and I actually did need to practice more with finessing closures anyway, so there we go. I actually think I did a really good job with this closure. Like, once I added the baby hairs, I really tried to do no baby hairs on this unit, you guys, but you guys know, like, I'm all about baby hair. Like, I'm just never going to stop. It is what it is. Whatever. We're gonna have to get over it. Let's move on. So, all in all, I would say to dye this hair with the watercolor method, it took me about 2 hours, and that's because I had to keep changing the water out, and I had to run to the store and get some more dye, and then I had to resaturate the dye. If I'd have just done it from Jump Street, maybe then that whole like 15-minute dye, do a 15-minute dye, it would have worked for me, but it didn't work for me because I was trying to do it my way, and it's always my way or the highway when it comes to my videos. So I learned the hard way, as I always do, and we learned together. I didn't record this makeup look, so sorry you guys. I was trying out something new. If you want me to record this makeup look, I can redo it. Anyway, I used the NYX Ultimate Matte Palette to do that, and yeah, I just used all the colors in here, and this is what I got. It's lit. I did it to match the hair. I didn't want to do too much, but I ended up doing too much, as per usual. So that's just about it, you guys. I do need to go to work. I am always late, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like super late right now. Oh, bad things. Cons. The hair does not shed, but when the ends are a little, they're not dry. I just think I need to trim them. They weren't like the smoothest ends, and I didn't bleach the hair. The hair already came, you know, 613. But when I blow dried the hair, the ends just kind of dried out a little bit. So that's one thing. The hair smells so good. Use Adore dye. Like, if you are going to use any dye on any hair, Adore is the only dye that I can recommend. It smells good. It conditions the hair. Like, it has like a conditioner in the dye. It's just the absolute perfect dye. So go ahead and use Adore dye because this hair smells so freaking good. Also, this isn't like white. It's coming off the camera on white, but this is the periwinkle, and I like the kind of like highlights and ombre that the periwinkle did to go into the pink. But some places, oh here we go, some places my hair is a little patchy looking, and that's I think because of the method I use to dye the hair and not necessarily the hair's ability to hold on to dye. So show them what you're working with. Yeah, unless there's just something that I'm not seeing, I absolutely am in love with the color, the hair. Just I feel like a Barbie. Like I feel like singing the song. You guys know the song. Yeah, come on, Barbie, let's go. Oh, oh, oh. If you are brand spanking new to this channel, welcome. Like, y'all have been subscribing and I have not been consistent, and I apologize. I apologize to you. But if you are new, thank you guys so much for joining the LaRue fam. Thank you so much for supporting me on my channel, and give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like it. If you are not subscribed, please hit that button below. And apparently you have to hit the notification button twice to know if you to even know that I uploaded. So if you guys are wondering why you never see me, or if you like subscribed to me months ago and you just think I never post, I post. I don't know so often as I should, but I definitely post, and I'm not getting views like I used to, and I think it's because of the new algorithm. And YouTube and Instagram are always changing crap, so they're always doing stuff like that. But if you guys can just hit that notification button to be notified of my videos, like I think I put up good content, and you wouldn't have subscribed to me if you didn't think so too. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. If you're old and you're not getting my videos, hit that notification button twice. I think you have to hit it twice in order to get the notifications, you guys. And give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like this hair. Let me know that you like my personality and you like this channel and you want to see more. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial.